Hi, my dear friends. So today is day 4 of the Intimacy Intelligence Training Challenge. And today I just want to present to you the 5 keys to intimacy intelligence. And these keys are the result of questionnaires and many conversations with people who have asked them, what is the ultimate intimate experience for you? And what it often came forth were two situations. One is actually in a spiritual place when people feel in a complete oneness, when they feel that they are completely connected to something that is bigger than them. And the other situation that of course was mentioned often was in the erotic encounter. So I decided to map out what is the best principle of the magical lover. And the best principles that came forth with these 5 keys that I want to pass on to you today. And I want you to use these keys every time you work on your intimacy, every time you want to create more intimacy in your life, be it physical, emotionally, spiritually, or technologically. You can take these keys and say, how can you use these different keys to have more intimacy, to create a space for more intimacy in the area that you want to work on. So the first key is time. The magical lover, as a metaphor, is always has lots of time. He's not in a hurry. So when you want to create intimacy of some sort, that's the one key you can take on, is saying, how can I create more time in this situation? The second key is presence. So the magical lover is present. You will never have a magical encounter with anybody if you're not present, or if the other person is not present. If they're looking into the phone, if they are shopping in their head, if they're distracted with some other thoughts. So the number 2 key to intimacy is presence. The number 3 key is emotional availability. So the magical lover will be accessible to you. You will have a person who is showing you that they're actually ready to be accessible. What does that mean? The contrary of being accessible is being emotionally unavailable. You can feel that somehow if you ask them how they are, they're not going to answer you truthfully. Maybe they say, oh yeah, I'm fine, I'm good, yeah, yeah, I'm fine. So you're not going to be able to access their true their emotions. So emotional availability is key in order to create any intimate relationship. The 4th key is curiosity. So the magical lover will be curious. The magical lover will be curious to explore your body, to understand what your pleasure is, what you want, and will never ever take for granted that she or he just knows what it is that you want. So curiosity is one of those keys that when you apply it to, say, physical intimacy, or for instance, physical intimacy, let's say with a colleague, then you can apply it to yourself. You say, oh, how can I apply this key to my work? Well, I can be more curious, and I can be sort of trying to explore what happens when I touch my colleague on the arm next time we speak together. What happens if I invite my friends to dance with me in the afternoon? So apply this curiosity and say, I'm going to explore this. That is a way of using this key. The 5th key is creativity. So the magical lover will be creative. The magical lover will be open to whatever is, and have that the feeling of being ready to say yes. So when we're creative, we have this, we are ready to say yes, and go with whatever happens. The opposite of creativity is being static, right? Is being in a place where no new life comes in. So when you have creativity as a key, when you want to work with intimacy, you can again say, how can I use creativity? let's say if I want to have more physical intimacy in my friends group, how can I be creative with this? Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, I could say, wow, why don't we try and dance? Or why don't we take a walk in the forest and we hold each other's arms? Or something like that is an example where you can apply creativity and say, well, I'm going to try to think out of the box a little bit and see what happens if I open myself more to